Would everyone please be seated? Good afternoon. Since our ceremony is commencing, we ask that you please take a moment, turn off any cellular or electronic devices at this time. As Vice President and member of the senior class, I would like to welcome friends and families of the graduates, recognizing their participation in this special event, in addition to their support throughout the years. Our greeting also extends to the faculty and staff of Lookout Valley who have given much of their time and effort to make it to this day. Thank you.
Good afternoon. As president and member of the senior class, I would like to take this opportunity to recognize special guests whose important decisions have supported not only our graduates, but others throughout Hamilton County. Our special guests are Superintendent Mr. Rick Smith, School Board Member Mr. Joe Galloway, Chairman of the City Council Mr. Chip Henderson, and Tennessee State Senator Mr. Todd Gardenhire. We, the class of 2014, extend our thanks to these individuals and everyone for being here this afternoon to acknowledge and celebrate the completion of this major accomplishment in our lives. Thank you.
If you'd please stand and join me for a pledge of allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. There you go.
As the secretary of the senior class, I would like to take a moment for all of us to reflect on our journey here. As thoughts come to mind, try to remember how it all started, what your values and experiences were as students, as well as the values and experiences of parents who helped you get to where you are today, and especially what or who motivated you in your heart and kept you persevering even when things were rough. Now there will be a moment of silence to allow you to contemplate on these things and have a mind of gratitude for achievements made. Thank you for taking time to think over and reflect on our journey here.
First of all, thank you to all friends, teachers, administrators, and parents. We are graduating because of your help. We cannot do this without your continuous support. Now, fellow graduates, I'd like to talk to you all personally. Look at how far we have come. Can you believe it? 4 years ago, most of us walked into these halls as nervous as we were the first day of school. We were the freshmen, the low men on the totem pole. Now, those same 4 years later, we're leaving the school behind to a whole new crop of people, most of whom were just as nervous as we were when we arrived. It has been a long 4 years and a short 4 years. Long because of all the drama and bad homework, the boring readings and last-minute projects, and all the other little downfalls that hit us in high school. But short because of the lifelong friendships, the lasting memories, and the truly interesting and amazing things we learned between the occasional bits of drudgery. Good or bad, long or short, I will always remember this place. While I'm thrilled to be our salutatorian, I can't say I've spent as many hours as some of us have between these halls. Our teachers, of course, spend an inhuman amount of time here, and many students do as well. Most of them do it on their own choosing. Some of our teachers sacrifice their time after school to help tutor us when we need extra help on those assignments that we just aren't getting. And some students went above and beyond in helping our class to be the best it can be and stayed after school to be sure that we had the best events possible. We have had students who, for better or worse, have believed in the ideology of change and have made efforts in that direction. For better or worse, those are skills that can be utilized in the future, and it gave our student body a voice. That's dedication. It takes that kind of teamwork to survive anywhere in life, I've found. I know my experience is very limited, but every problem I've overcome has been because someone has been there to help me. My support net ranged and still ranges from my parents, to my friends, to my teachers, to my church leaders, depending on the kind of trouble I've had and its severity. This isn't to say I've been a troublemaker. The worst trouble I've been in was breaking the dress code rules. But even for me, a relatively quiet student, a lot of help has been needed to help me get through at times. This is where our high school truly excels, I think. What's next? I will be going to college, as will many of my classmates. Some of us to UTC and Chat State, others to Tennessee Tech, Sewanee, and Covenant. Others may get right to work or even take a year off or more to decide what they want to do. Leaving high school is such a brutal transition, I don't know what the world has in store for any of us. I do know how I'll deal with those life events, though, by using the skills and info I've picked up here. It all comes down to help, and I've got plenty of people to thank for that. Parents, of course, teachers, and friends. I guess that means the biggest thing I learned in high school is to lean on others when needed. There's another, more important side to that idea as well, and it's the one piece of advice I'd like to give you as we get ready to cross this stage. Make sure you're around when other people need someone to lean on. They'll thank you for it. Heck, one of them might even mention you in her salutatorian speech. Congratulations, class of 2014. We did it. Just look how far we have come.
When we speak of the survival of the American way of life, the concept conjures up visions of legislative assemblies, military arsenals, and the pomp and circumstance of governmental ceremonies. In fact, the vitality of our American system depends not so much on these as it depends on what occurs in the living rooms, dining rooms, dens, and backyards of millions of ordinary American homes. It would be difficult to arrange a hierarchy of the institutions which are most vital to our way of life. But it is safe to say that at the head of such a list would be the family. All other institutions, school, economic system, government, even the church, have their basis in the strength of the home and the family. Some sociologists have suggested that the family, as we traditionally know it, will be extinct in 50 years. I don't believe that. I believe the family is so fundamental to human life that it will never be replaced by any other system. Still, one must admit that an increasingly complex culture has placed such great stress on the family that it no longer occupies the place of sanctity that it once had in the minds of many people. It is time for the family to be reaffirmed, time for parents to be prodded back to their basic responsibilities, time for us to believe in the family so strongly that we will be willing to make whatever rearrangements of priorities are necessary to make our homes the incubators of the American dream. Our institution, the large institution of our societies, are made up of people, and those people are more the product of the home than any other single influence. I can look back and see clearly the important role my family has played in my development. At an early age, I learned respect for others and the importance of always giving my best effort. But most importantly, I learned about Jesus Christ. I cannot remember a time when I did not believe in God, but it was in middle school that I began to notice the general atmosphere among Christians was somehow different. There was a greater warmth, a surer sense of meaning and purpose, and more deeply felt interpersonal bonds among those who shared the common Christian faith. It is from that faith, first instilled in the home, that will allow me the confidence to follow my dreams. One of my biggest dreams in life has been to attend college. As I progressed through school, I quickly realized this was not going to be as easy as I had first thought. However, I knew that God had a plan for me, and that if I gave Him my all, I would end up where I was meant to be. Next year, I will be attending the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga with all of my tuition and books paid for. I thank God for allowing me to live out my dream. So I would encourage my classmates to join me in not letting our dreams die unlived. May we strive to stand against the cynics of the world, those people who aim for nothing and hit it, and who then tell others the things they cannot do. Life need not be lived that way. I believe that one of the most important, most powerful forces in the world is the will of the person who believes in himself, who dares to aim high, to go confidently after the thing he wants from life. I think Teddy Roosevelt said it best. It is not the critic who counts, nor the man who points out how the strong man tumbled, or where the doer of deeds could have done better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and comes up short again and again, who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotions, and spends himself in a worthy cause, who, at the best, knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who, at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who know neither victory nor defeat. Thank you.
I'd like to thank you for being here tonight, and I would like to announce one change in the program. Mr. Rogers will not be able to be here tonight to a very tragic family illness, and Ms. Bertha Collins will be reading the names. Many of you know her, probably half of you were taught by her. So thank you, Ms. Collins, for helping us out. Thank you, parents and students and friends, for coming tonight. We appreciate all that you do to support students. I would like to recognize one other special group tonight, the dedicated staff that we have, the teachers and staff from Lookout Valley. And I'd like them to stand right now. I'd like you to join me in giving them a round of applause. Teachers and staff, please stand. Thank you. And now at this time, Mr. Galloway, with the powers granted me by the state of Tennessee and the Hamilton County Board of Education, it's my privilege and honor to present this class. I hereby certify that the members of this class have met or exceeded all requirements set forth by the state board and local board and are candidates for graduation. At this time, with the class of 2014, please stand.
Thank you, Mr. Rushworth. With the powers granted me by the state of Tennessee and the Hamilton County Board of Education, it is my privilege and honor to accept this class. I hereby certify these members as duly authorized graduates of Lookout Valley High School. Congratulations. You may be seated.
I don't know, but we're shifting. Topazio Olguin Aranda. Matthew Hunter Austin. Brooklyn Dane Burleson. Jeremy Dominique Copenny. Troy Thomas Dunnigan. Brandon Heath Earnshaw. Emily Lauren Frizzell. Hannah Lee Hollowell. Brittany Nicole Hartman. Eric Christopher Henderson. Alexa Nicole Inman. Erica Michelle Johnson. Aaron Jamaris Jones. Katie Lynn Kilgore. Sean Lee Kirk. Benny William Melton III. Alexis Brooke Mizell. Alexa Hope Newman. Kendall Lee Parham. Vivek Kikubai Patel. Austin Compton Quails. Kaylee Rains. Earth Stephen Reed. Christian Caleb Reno. Taylor Michelle Sweeten. Hannah Estelle Tippins. Jessica Soriano Vasquez. Tashala Elise Watley. Ramon Shawdell Williams, Jr. Brianna Ruth Workman. Brandon Chase Clunch. Sadie Dakota Son.
Please rise for the alma mater.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Lookout Valley class of 2014. You may celebrate.